program is brought to you by FanDuel, where we give sports fans the chance to win every day.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know who it is. You know what we doing. It's me, OG Grub, Justin. We in the building. What's up, Coach? What's up, Grub?
Some mean people on social media, bro. There's some mean people. You would think that we're like advocating for Trey Murphy to be traded, when in reality we're discussing what might possibly happen.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, check out FanDuel. Zion Williamson is still plus 15,000 to win MVP next year. So make sure you check that out on FanDuel Sportsbook. Plus 15,000. Yeah. Plus 15,000.
Before he arrives, and I guess when he does arrive as well, we got to give Five his credit, man, because he said that he thought the Knicks were going to win this series.
He did.
The finals, and through two games, my thought is, my first two is like, Josh Hart might be Finals MVP right now. But it is amazing to watch, like, Josh Hart in game one, and then Jose in 7 minutes kind of saved game one for the Knicks, if you think about it. Because in those 7 minutes that Brunson wasn't on the floor, he kind of got if he's not there in that situation, do they get back into it before halftime? Are they there to compete at the half if Jose doesn't do what he does? And then just watching them through 2 days, and then the cat stuff, watching Karl Anthony Towns really show what an effective center can mean against somebody like Wemby. It's been a good series in these 2 games.
First off, shout out to Who Dat Vol. I mean, literally, I got Lito and Grub, who we probably done over 100 shows together, knowing what my sound like, and just nothing. Lito, unbelievable, man. I mean, literally unbelievable. You could tell me my mic was
low. I thought it was.
So you couldn't tell me my mic was.
No, I was listening for me. I didn't.
You like. Anyways, Grub, I'm glad you mentioned that, because there's something I wanted to mention. And Alan Legacy, I am wearing a Hornets shirt, hoodie. If y'all could guess who this is signed by, I'll give you $100 right now. I'll give you $100 right now. No. Grub. Who?
Lee Nayland.
No.
Lee Nayland.
I'll give the chat like 2 minutes.
Big
if you can guess who this is. That's a good guess. If anybody could guess, I'll literally give them $100. No. See, Rock, like, this dude always hates. I want to talk about something though about the finals. And I think the 2 games have been fantastic. Great watches. But I want to talk about stuff off the court. I want to talk stuff close here. I want to talk stuff off the court. Lito, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts though on what DQ and Jeremiah Fears like? Look, I know they're in the environment, and I know they're asking questions and stuff like that, but like, how important do you think this is for rookies of Derik and Jeremiah Fears to see this firsthand?
Oh, I think is very important. I think it's very important. It's something that they can't get here. Like they can't ask these questions to people in this building. So the only way that they're going, you got to do it, unfortunately, is to go outside of the building. And man, I want to say, it's funny. It's funny the show's about Trey, and we talk about how, Grubb said this couple pods ago how, Trey was like essentially very vocal, very like candid with the media.
Lito, you got like a charger going in and out. I don't know what you got.
Bad.
Yeah, my bad. See, that's accountability, helping a friend out, a teammate.
Yeah, it's not my room anymore. Yeah, man. But I would say, man, Fears has been asking some really good questions, like some really, really good questions about preparedness and things to look forward to, or things to be aware of going into year 2. He asked a question from to Mikhail about how has he played every game over the last 6 years, just things like that. And DQ's been asking a lot of questions too, because again, you can't get that kind of information probing inside of this building. So shout out to them, man.
And Grub, I thought, and shouts Fears, Grub, I thought Derek Queen asked a really intelligent question to Karl Anthony Towns, and shouts Karl Anthony Towns, who has answered both Fears and Queen's questions with professionalism. And I know, like, usually they're back and forth, like there's some banter there, but like shouts to both Mikkel and Kat. But Grub, what did you think? First off, I thought it was a great question for Derek Queen to understand, like, wow, I can model my game after a guy like Karl Anthony Towns. And then what did you think of his answer and that kind of like that back and forth right there?
Man, I think it's important. There are always things you can learn from players. I think, and we've talked about this before. Like you steal from people's games. That's what great players do, and you find out ways. And you're looking at somebody in Karl Towns who's had a lot of effectiveness on a high level in the playoffs for years now. And has put up the regular season numbers, has been all NBA and all those things, and is now on the verge of winning a championship. So yeah, to pick Karl Anthony Towns' brain, certainly Karl has his quirks and things like that, but his basketball skill is unquestioned. And then I think when you look at this, again, I don't know if folks remember, Isaiah Thomas during the 80s, before the Pistons broke through, literally flew on the planes with the Boston Celtics during the finals to go watch them play the Lakers. He literally was on the plane with the Celtics, going with them to watch them play the Lakers because he wanted to learn what it was like, because he wanted to observe what it took to get to that next level and then what it took to win at that level. And so I think there's absolutely something to be learned from observation. There's something to be learned from asking questions. If you want to get to that place, you have to envision it. You have to see yourself there. And I think for those guys going and also not being tethered to the Pelicans in that way, they didn't go on a class trip. I'm sure they've interacted with some other folks, but this is on their own in a lot of ways. Them being in New York City, them being in San Antonio, them doing these kinds of things and being in that environment on their own, I think it's incredibly important for them to see it. Now, do they apply it? That's the question for them. Do they bring it back? Because the origin story for a lot of great players is I watched somebody else win, and I didn't want to see somebody else win ever again. I wanted that to be me. If they come back like that, if we see them during summer league, if we see them at training camp, and they're acting like we have some ground to make up, and that thing that those guys are competing for is the only thing that we're here for, then it'll show up. But I think it is important for them to get involved in that now and to start seeing what it takes to play at that level.
You muted, Justin. I got you.
See, that's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Hey, before you ask your question, can I add on to that?
No, because the time's up, and of course you can add on to it. Pause, but like, I am shocked. Y'all got pretty close. Chris Kaman signed this. So Chris Kaman signed right there. I've watched it a couple times. But shout out to Chris Kaman. Yeah, I have no idea why I have this. But go ahead, Lito.
The most unhappy signature of all time.
Chris Kaman.
He was available. That dude was available for the signature.
Like, Chris Kaman.
You ain't go looking for that.
There's some good guesses made, like Dan Dickow was like, there was some like Speedy Claxton. Obviously Dante Cunningham, Gennaro Pargo, Kirk Snyder, Bonzi Wells. That was good. Julian Wright. Shout out Juju Bees. All right, go ahead.
Julian Wright, fan of the show. Watches the show.
Juju Bees?
Juju brother still lives here, man. Like
You're kidding me.
No, I swear to God.
Get him on the show.
His brother
that's a Hornets legend.
His brother lives here. I think he's playing in damn, I forgot. I just had a conversation with him a couple months ago. He told me where he's playing. I was gonna say to Grove's point though about being there and Isaiah Thomas story. This guy hasn't won a championship, but me and Five did this. We were working for Nike at Dick's Sporting Goods or whatever, and I got to interview Jordan Love, and I was asking him, was he staying for the Super Bowl? And he was like, I don't want to see nobody win that shit. She was like, soon as this interview over, I'm going to jump on the plane. I'm going home. And I guess I just didn't expect that. I thought they would, you're here. The game is here. It's a Saturday. The interview's on a Saturday. I'm like, Sunday, you're going to stay for the game. And he's like, nah, man, I don't want to see nobody win.
Yes and no. I understand that from a competitive standpoint. I see that. But like, my next kind of my follow up question was like that Derek Queen, like picture or video going kind of viral of like, they're like, is that DQ in the stands? And it's like DQ in the middle of like all San Antonio Spurs fans, right? And just watching, he's like locked in. And I think Bappa had like a crazy, like funny ass like meme between like Curry or it was a Curry fan watching Pop and it was DQ watching the game. But either way, shouts Bappa. He's a fan of the show. But I was I think it's important. Look, does this equate to wins? No. I think it's important though for guys to, especially rookies of Fears and Queen, to experience this firsthand and be like, what does it take? Like, what does it take to get to this spot? And I mean, they're interviewing Josh Hart and like, what does it take to like sacrifice Jose Alvarado, obviously, but then you get Karl Anthony Towns, you get Mikal Bridges, and you get Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle. And I just think it's a good experience for these guys to one, see the media side of things and how hard it is to ask questions and you want to get answers and so on and so forth, but also to experience what the NBA Finals is like and the intensity. It's something that I know Jeremiah Fears will take to heart, and it seems as if Derek Queen is too. Grub, I don't know if you wanted to add on to that, but I was going to get to the next. I'll just go to the next segment. Cool. Make sure you smash the like button. Lito, you want to do the Trey Murphy stuff?
Let's do it. That's what we're here for. That's what they want to talk about anyway. It's been so many different iterations of a Trey Murphy trade. It's been so many different teams. Me and Justin was texting early, and Evan Sidri literally came up with this tweet saying Trey Murphy is the most coveted player of the trade market so far. The Celtics, Pacers, Thunder, and Trailblazers are amongst the teams who could be mulling over submitting an aggressive offer for Trey. And then prior to the show starting, Justin sent me a tweet saying that Trey Murphy will be dealt before the draft.
And I don't mind sharing that. It's from that NBA trade rumors guy, Lito, and we were talking about this, and Grubba mentioned before the show. It's like this dude's like he's hit or miss, but like he's hit on a couple things where I'm like, it's a little odd.
He got some. I say he has some offhand information, some things that like the normal person would know. I'm very curious to who that is.
And look, I'm at the point now where I'm like, I'm not gonna believe anybody because I really don't think anybody really knows what's going on. Like, are they interested in Jaylen Brown? I've heard yes, they are interested, and then I've heard other people say they're like they haven't even talked about it. And like, I'm just getting to a point now where I'm not believing anything, but I am monitoring everything. And Lito, we're going to talk about all those teams, but I kind of want to start off with Portland. We haven't talked about Portland.
Yeah. We got to take a look at their roster and see what it is they had. I kind of wanted to take we're going to go through this exercise, Justin, but I kind of wanted to take the adverse approach of being anti-trade in this scenario.
What do you mean?
Like I know you were going to talk about it and we're going to go through, this team, that team. But you have some fans, you got some guys in the comments who were like barking at you. I'm going to speak for them today, Justin. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, so you're going against me. So we're back to you. All right. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Once again, I don't want to trade Trey Murphy.
Yeah,
I don't want to trade Trey Murphy. Okay. That's fine. I don't want to. But
it was your idea.
you would think it was
it's like that.
You're at the point though where it's like Trey Murphy is at his highest value. I keep repeating myself. Trey Murphy is at his highest value, Lito.
Yeah.
You're not a championship contending team this year, and I don't think you'll be one next year. Grub and I have done this exercise already. Someone tweeted me today, well, you got 7 years of Trey Murphy prime ahead of you. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Do you think Trey Murphy is going to be here for the next 7 years? In all honesty, how much longer do you think Trey Murphy waits until he asks out? It's like you're risking that too. Now. That's another point we haven't talked about, Grub. So like once again, you have to start thinking about this in a realistic form. Look, I am a huge fan of the team, but I'm also very realistic. I don't think Trey Murphy will stay here another 3 years and win 22, 23 games a year. I just don't think he's going to do that. He's eventually going to ask out. And when he does ask out, personally, I think this is the year, this is the offseason, you can get the most for him. If he asks out in a year and a half, who knows what happens? If his numbers dip, what if he has another injury? You have no idea.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to get at, Lido,
is
that I know this isn't a championship contending team this year, or most probably not next year. Then it's time to cash in your chips and start figuring this thing out. That's all I'm trying to say.
Like it's I think people get caught up because they're trying to answer multiple questions with the same answer, and that's not fair to this, because there's the question of should you trade Trey is one question, and then it's the question of what are you trading him for, and those two things are very different. And as we talked about this for weeks now, it's like you can trade him. We get it. There is a path where trading him is the smartest, most reasonable thing to do, and it puts you on the road to being a contender. There's also a path where you trade him for the wrong things and you end up with a giant setback. The question to me in all of this is we still have no idea what it is that Joe Dumars and Troy Weaver want to do with this team. Mm-hmm. Because at the same time you're hearing Trey Murphy rumors, you're hearing Zion Williamson rumors that he could still be involved in trade talks, that you're hearing that DeJounte Murray could still be involved in trade. So you are, if on one hand it can look like you're trying to build a veteran team that wants to win now, and then at the other time, it also looks like you're also trying to stockpile assets to build for the future. And I think that as long as the question continues to feel convoluted, like it's just really hard to get behind anything. And the people that I struggle with the most are the fans who have a blind faith in Joe Dumars and Troy Weaver to get this done. Like, even if you think it's the right course of action, do you trust either of them to make the right move at the right time?
I mean, blind faith, and that's a whole other issue. The blind faith part of it, because no, I don't have blind faith in them. I don't have blind faith in anybody. I can't even see God, but that's the only person I got blind faith in. You know what I'm saying? Like no.
Wait, hold on. You literally 2 minutes ago were saying that you were going to be a fan of the team.
Oh, my bad. You're right. I'm sorry.
So tell me why. So I can't wait for your, because I think you just deflected the whole situation right now. Why are Grubb and I wrong here?
Justin, if you trade Trey, all right, let's just say you trade Trey Murphy for picks, right? Right? Aren't you hoping that those picks eventually turn into
Trey Murphy? Well, fair question. My favorite thing I've seen so far, and shout out to Pelicans Columbia, he's a treat. He's already grading like drafts, like 2027's not loaded, 2028's loaded, 2029's loaded. It's like you just don't know if the NBA draft's gonna be good or not. Like, to be honest with you, this year, I mean, the first 7 or 8 drafted in this year's draft was incredible. And look, I think this year's draft obviously is going to be loaded. You just can't tell me in 2029 that the NBA draft is going to be loaded. Like, you just have no clue. And so, look, Lido, to answer your question, I wouldn't trade Trey Murphy for picks. I'm not trading Trey Murphy for picks. I'm trading for players. If I can get multiple players for Trey Murphy, that's why I'm skeptical in this Jaylen Brown situation. And we're gonna talk about the trade package that Bill Simmons put out there, which I think is insane. But some people said that I'm wrong, which is fine. This is the whole point of debating. But Leo, if I am going to trade Trey Murphy now and I can get 2 promising players and picks, you're telling me that's a bad move?
I need a name, and then I know you don't know this, so I'm not.
Rob mentioned this to me the other day. Ron Holland, the Ron Holland package. Right? I mean, we could talk. I want to talk about the Pistons package. I think it's a great. I think it's a great package. The Boston Celtics one, like, I need another player than Jaylen Brown.
Well, we talked about that earlier. I told
Right.
I told you
OKC's an interesting one, but like that's why I wanted to kind of talk about Portland.
Okay, you want to run through Portland's roster?
That is fucking crazy. The fact that you like that is
I'm a professional.
that is one of the most egregious things you've said in your history of Profiles Talk. 2045. I gotta mark that down. Yes, let's run through Portland's. Let's run through Portland's.
I don't have time for the shenanigans. It's just you're just immature.
Immature.
You're immature.
All right, let's go through. So Portland's got. All right, so Trey's got what again? 28 mil.
Yes.
Jeez.
So we got next year, right?
Lido.
Doesn't it go up to 31 next year?
What up?
Detoit, or how do you pronounce that?
They are not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. You missed the boat on that.
He's on a declining contract.
You missed the boat on that motherfucker when he was.
Wow.
Anyways, Denny Avdia, Toumani Camara, Donovan Clingan.
You have the bird rights to Scoot. He's making 13 mil this year. Shaden Sharp's making 20. All right, just say shit. Klingen's at 7. Damn, they got some interesting players. Like Donovan Clingan. I don't think why would they give him up for Trey?
What you mean? Why not?
They really might.
Yeah.
All right. So what if I said Clingan?
You got to give me Kamara. You got to give me Kamara.
No,
all right, Grub, go ahead. Go ahead. Hold up. Grub, go ahead. Give me a trade.
We're starting with Kamara. Because if you're building a defense, like this is what we talk about. Are we building the team for the coach? So you start with Kamara. Because you're getting linked, you're getting athleticism, you're getting a guy who will learn to be a better offensive player. I think that's where you start. I think you take Sharp too, because Sharp is my 2 now. If I'm building my backcourt, I'm building it with Sharp and Fears because I got athleticism and youth, right? So that's 20 million of it right there. And then I'm saying, yeah, I'd ask for the third one be Clingan, and then I'm asking for a pick. Give me those 3 players in a first round.
Portland's got.
See,
this got to be this year or next year. Probably don't have a first round pick this year.
See, this is what they got me in a situation because I agree with Grubb, but as much as I agree with Grubb, I do not want Shaden Sharp. Not because Shaden Sharp is not talented, not because he can't shoot the ball, jump out the gym, score the basketball. That motherfucker is gonna miss games. He is as unreliable as we have already.
So I don't have to extend him. I don't have to extend him yet, right? So what you're taking on him is the flyer, just like what Boston did this past year. You know what I'm saying? When they took what's your boy name from also from Portland. Like you take the flyer. Yeah. Because he's not expensive. He can score 20. And if somebody else wants him, you flip him. You're not keeping all 3 of those guys most likely anyway. It's like what you did with Josh Hart, Lonzo, and you're not keeping all 3 long term. So if you can flip one of them for something else, cool. But I want assets that I want and that fit me in the short term while I'm using them. And I think Shaden fits in the short term while you use because he's going like everything you want to do. He's cheap and he does the stuff you want to do at the 2 spot.
I'm shocked, Lido, that you have not said Scoot.
I don't need him.
Really?
Yeah. I don't need him, especially in this situation where I'm trying to.
I guess you already have Fears. Like, I guess it would make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 20 mil. Yeah, he's 21 mil. Sorry, the next 3 years. Yeah. Okay, 22 mil basically.
Who's that? Shaden Sharp.
That's right, Sharp. Sharp extended already. Yeah, he's 20.
So then you got to add. So if you go Sharp,
2 mil basically on average the next 4 years.
So if you're Kamara and Sharp, all right, who's
so you make Sharp 22 mil. Clingan is.
Clingan's 7.5 and 9.
I'd still take Sharp because I want the 2. I need the scoring. I gotta have that scoring. Like this team is going to struggle to score points.
But if you have a chance, hold up though. But the thing we've talked about, Grub, is you got to get a legit, you got to get a legit center behind Queen and Zion. rim protector.
But I think you could afford them
bruiser.
both, right? Because if it's
Can you get Klingon and so Klingon and Sharp for Trey? I mean, obviously, I'm sure there's
think you
picks.
can do that.
You need more than that. You need more than that.
29, that'd be 30 million. That'd be at 30 million right there.
Great,
put
great
you right
time
at
for
30
Jared to
million.
join. Great time for Jared to join.
I need more than that.
I don't. Yeah, you're right. But why
They-
would
they
Portland
already-
give you
they
more?
already got-
Why
they
is
already-
Portland giving you more though? Lito?
They
You have
already
the bird rights. Hold up, you have the bird rights to Klingon on a cheap contract on the center position, and then you get Sharp for all the way through 2030. Why? Like, you think Portland's giving you more?
Yes, you have to give me more. I'm giving you a 25-year-old 20. We average 23 point per game scorer who's shooting low 30s, high 40s. You know what I'm saying? You got to give me more of that. You already
You throwing Messi in that deal?
No.
Would you throw Messi in that deal for a pick? If they ask for Messi
okay.
back to fill up their center room, and they take Trey and Messi, and they give you Klingon, they give you Sharp, and they give you another first rounder, but they need Messi back to get the center position filled for them.
Yeah, I mean, you just go figure out a backup center for agency or whatever. But like,
But
yeah,
wait,
100%.
Wait, hold on. What I was about to say is they on the what's up, Five? They're already kind of on the outs of Klingon anyway. Like they looking at Klingon like a distressed asset anyway. They already got Hanson Yang on the bench. They got some shit. They got Robert Williams.
Yang hurt? Wasn't Yang hurt?
Well, Robert Williams probably is
You're
not coming
telling me
back,
Klingon-
right? Because Williams is a free agent.
Klingon had 12 and 11
Williams
last
free
year.
agent.
He's a distressed asset. What are you talking about, Leo?
I'm telling you how they
how fans act.
No. I'm saying how Portland is moving. What is Portland doing, Justin? Are they building? They're building a team?
Oh, they're going. They're going.
I think
for
they're
it.
going to make a push
Portland's
next
going
year.
for it.
Yeah.
Dame's making 13 million next year, like 13, 14, 15 mil in the next 3 years. Like, think about this: Dame, Trey, Drew, and then you have what, Jeremiah. I mean, you got Grant 34 and 36. Like, that's another trade. Like,
That's 30. He's making 32 million. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, like,
Jeremiah.
you don't think so?
What if
You don't think-
what if they swap you Grant for Poole?
Fucking
They say
right.
you take our money for your money.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I guess you
Yes.
get a playable player in this scenario.
I would take Grant for Poole in a heartbeat. I'll say, give me that money.
Wow, is Portland become? Hey, what's up, Jarrett? So, a surprise team about Trey Murphy. Lito mentions the Portland Trailblazers.
I like it. I mean, it's interesting. You're feeding into potentially like what would they be wanting to do. I think it makes sense for Trey, like in the grand scheme of things. Like now he's partnered with a Dame and has Drew. Clegan is interesting though because it gives you like a bona fide center, right? Like nothing. It's like you know what he is. You don't kind of have to like make him into something else. So now you can fully like develop Fears and Queen without like not like having Messi is like one of those things like is almost like an impediment in my opinion. Like having him, you have to develop somebody else along with the other, like who takes priority, and it has to be Fears and Queen. Like you can't be doing both. So, somebody said Cleveland shot 34% from three. I don't know how many attempts that is, but
Let me look that up.
that still bodes well. Like the ability
Okay,
to
right.
shoot it. I'm pretty sure a lot of that is probably from the corners and probably top of the key and like pick and pop situations. So always been a decent screener. I'd be intrigued by that. You brought up Jeremy Grant. Like if we get Shaden Sharp and Jeremy Grant, like that's a steal for me. I feel like Shaden Sharp has like Zach LaVine kind of, I mean, the good of Zach LaVine, right? Like super athleticism, ability to shoot the ball. Like if you can kind of channel that energy, right? I think it can be used for good.
Sure.
Yeah.
36% of Klingen's shot attempts were from three.
3.2 3-point attempts a game.
I'm sold.
12, 11.
36% of his shot attempts were threes.
Sign me up.
Yo.
And that might be by design, though, right? Like that isn't like him fading off to the three because, like, he thinks that's an
These are
advantage
above
for
the
him.
break threes too.
You know what I mean? Like
these are above the break. He's not shooting corner threes. That
feels like, that's by design. And again, I think he has the skill set to finish at the rim if need be, but.
Like this, Lito, we were talking, like, I know you were joking around, but like this deal that we're talking about right now, and I know we're being biased Pelican fans, and like, would a Portland fan or a Portland front office accept this deal? This deal makes sense to me because yes, you give up Trey. I understand that, a great contract, a great player, but I will have Klinging on the books for the next 2 years plus his bird rights, correct? Yeah. Next 2 years, and I can extend him for another 4. And then also you give Derik Queen and Zion Williamson a rim protecting center who can shoot the basketball, which we haven't seen in 8 years, 7 years for Zion Williamson. What does that look like? That answers questions for you as well. And then can you go get a scorer, as Grubb said, like Shaedon Sharpe, who you then have control for the next 3 or 4 years. And look, if it doesn't work out, you trade him, cut bait, whatever, so on and so forth. And it's still a $23 million contract.
Rebounding with Klingen is elite too, because you get
elite
17%, 18% offensive rebounding. He led the league.
And Grubb,
you know this,
Grubb, like y'all know this too. Like your defensive scheme changes. Like your point of attack changes. You could be way more. Herb Jones can now be way more aggressive on the wing if you keep Herb Jones. Like it just changes your whole dynamic of a team when you have an actual goalie at the rim, which the Pelicans haven't. Like Jonas wasn't even really that.
No, Jonas closed possession with rebounds, but he didn't intimidate people on the way to the bucket. And Klingen can be he will knock people on their ass. Like that's the thing. You drop to that bucket, he will knock you on your ass.
I mean, almost 2 blocks a game.
He's played
in only 27 minutes,
and he's healthy.
Yeah,
back-to-back years of
77 games last year. Right?
Yeah, played 77
games. 140 games the last 2 years.
You had a 4-point rebound. My bad, Fi. You about to say something?
I just think it's a win-win for both teams.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel bad at all on either side. So, like, how do you? Yeah, I don't know who brought this up. Again, I showed up late. Thought I had her dance recital, but I don't know who brought this up. This makes more sense than anything.
It was Lito who I hate giving him credit, but he read it. Why would he started off the show? Well, Jared, he started off the show. You just have to rewatch the beginning of the show. Just bad teammate, bad leader.
I'll watch the tape, man.
That's crazy.
Something that he don't do. That's fine.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Justin.
That was crazy. You said let's run through Portland Trailblazers roster.
Let's run through let's figure out what this guy here. But anyways, 5, to answer your question, he's averaging 3.2 attempts from 3. So the volume is there. You know what I'm saying? It's not some fluke shit. But here's my question I was asking them. And I told, look, 5, this is the deal. I'm being because Justin has been wanting to trade Trey Murphy since day one. So I'm being anti Trey Murphy trade in these scenarios. So just to give you some context. So go ahead on.
Did you ask a question? Oh, you're telling.
No, I was telling you.
So you made fun of me. You made fun of me, and you want to go to a different team because I kind of want to keep talking about Portland.
Oh, well, let's go. Yeah. We could.
Well, no, I want to actually want to dive into this now because what does Klingen look like on this team? Like, you also still have DeJounte, right? DeJounte's not in this deal. Like, if you can somehow make this deal, you get Shaedon Sharpe and you get a starting center and you get a starting 2 guard?
Starting 2. Yeah, you're starting
So,
too.
okay. So Lito, you saying Fears is ready to roll. I already got my scoring guard. I got my center. I can live with, some defensive liabilities in a Zion Williamson, maybe even a Derik Queen. I'm not saying Jeremiah Fears is a defensive liability, but there's ways to go there as well.
Yeah.
I can now see Fears starting in that lineup. I can now see Fears playing pick and roll with Clan, a pick and pop, a pick and roll. Go ahead, Lito. Or go ahead, Jarrett. Sorry.
Wrong black guy. Listen, I think Jeremiah Fears starts day one.
Talk about it.
I don't think there's any confusion behind it.
Talk about it.
Really, to be honest, there shouldn't be any confusion. Like, we shouldn't even be talking about this. We're going to talk about this because we're a podcast and we do our homework and we think about things outside of the box. We don't just think things will happen just because we think them. Jeremiah Fears is going to start day one.
Yeah.
Like, there's no question about it. Like, we know what the future is. It's him. It's Derik Queen. DeJounte Murray, great player. Good player. Good player. Well established. Veteran. Great. Does he help us win now? Not necessarily. The future will help us win in the future. He should get as many reps as he possibly can. Quality reps as he possibly can right now. He did the thing where he had to come off the bench. He learned from that, right?
Yep.
Cool. Now it's his. Now the keys are his. He runs the team. We take the lumps and bumps and bruises with him running the show. That's how you learn, especially as a guard in the NBA, which is very difficult to do.
Hey, Five.
You're right on that.
Hey, Five. Guess what?
If you're building the team,
Five. Guess what? You said he learned. There was a player who they gave the starting spot to. Fears went to the bench. Guess what? He ain't going back.
He ain't going back.
He ain't going back. Justin, we talked earlier. You were telling me, I'm not gonna bring his name up, but you was talking about a certain scenario where there's a player in the Western Conference who was a dynamic player at one point guard, and now he's available, right? Ja. And you were telling me, we get all the talent we need, and I'm like, I don't want nobody in front of Fears. I don't want it's his show. I want him to go.
The more we talk about this, Lito and Jarrett, like the more y'all are right. Like the more I'm like, yeah, like what are we waiting on kind of thing. Like clearly there's a lot of investment in Fears and Queen. Like just do it. And I think that was look, I'm not saying the season would have been different, but that was the major disconnect from the front office and the coaching staff of last year. Is the coaching staff wanted their jobs, and so they wanted to win. And they know that they can't win with rookies. The front office wanted the rookies to play as much as possible. They didn't give a shit about winning or losing because they weren't going to retain the coaching staff. So that was the whole disconnect right there. But the more we talk about this, the more I'm fine with just pencil Fears in as your number one. Like, that's fine. I'm good with it. But you gotta, you can't fuck up the DeJounte Murray trade. You can't fuck it up. You can't just trade him. Like, it's a $38 million contract, Rob. Is that correct? With 2 more years left?
I know it's 38. I don't think it's 38, but
look that up. But either way, like, it's a lot of money. Like, you gotta be able to somehow turn that into a positive. But the Portland thing makes sense. Go ahead, Rob. Sorry.
it's just
32.
We can all see that you're supposed to build this team around Jeremiah Fears. We can see it. It's there. Does Joe Dumars get it? Does Troy Weaver get it? Or are they going to try to create this thing for Jeremiah Fears that he doesn't need? Jeremiah Fears does not need you to build him somebody else's team.
Yep.
Like that's the real thing here. You got to treat this like a college coach. That's what Joe Dumars needs to be thinking about this. That you got your number one player. And you recruit around that kid. Everybody that you should be finding out there. The attraction is you will be playing with Jeremiah Fears the next 5 years. When we bring you to New Orleans, you're going to be playing with Jeremiah Fears. You don't have to say it that way. But everything you do should ultimately be to accentuate this young man's career. It should be making him the same way when you looked at Chris Paul and you saw that how it fit with David West and you needed to go get a lob threat at center and you needed to get a guard who could defend on the perimeter with Chris, who could knock down threes. You built that team around Chris Paul's personality. You didn't build the team around Anthony Davis's personality and his skill set. That's why he only got so far. You didn't build a team around Zion Williamson and his skill set. That's why you only got so far. If you fuck this up again, and build Jeremiah Fears somebody else's team on somebody else's timeline, trying to chase shit you will never get, you will mess up his career too. It is so obvious that you should be building this team around that young man and his skill set and his personality and what he does well. And everything that is to the contrary of that is a failure.
Shout out to, sorry, Lito, I didn't mean to cut you off. I got shout out Jonah built into boot on Twitter. We're always back and forth, so I appreciate all the interaction, comments, and everything like that. No, stop.
Y'all
Back and
always
forth.
a what?
Twitter, on Twitter, we talk back and forth.
If you felt good with that statement, that's cool. No problem.
He said, I don't think they go with this trade, but like I see the framework. So Blazers get Jordan Poole, Trey Murphy. Pelicans get Grant, Shaden Sharp, Clinging, and then 2 first-round picks. You're not going to get picks. You're not going to get 2 first-round picks. I think that you're going to have to add EBC to that and or give up picks. I just don't think Portland's going to go for that, but there's an idea there. There's an idea.
I'm fine with giving him Messi. Like,
I'm also fine giving up a pick.
I got it.
Not to
They're
mention,
taking
you
Poole.
hold on to your 2027 Poole. We give up Poole and Murphy. We get back Grant, Clinging,
Sharp.
a 2027 first rounder, a 2029 top 8 protector is what he had. But I don't think you're going to get two first rounders out.
Okay, so the pick, cool.
Get to give another player.
Do I have to give up Hughes at that point? It's either one or the other for me, right? Like, I don't think I want to do both. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the contract, like the amount would say, but if I give up Hughes, like that should be enough. But if you're asking for a pick because of Poole, they'd have to really push me to be like, all right, go ahead, take the goddamn pick. But I'd use that as a bargaining chip. Okay.
It might be a swap. It might be alternating first rounders and stuff like that and things like that. Yeah.
As long as I can get some kind of leverage in return.
The framework's there. The framework is there. Chef, Lito, do you think like Portland would actually go for that? Like, why would Portland go for that?
Yeah, I do.
Who becomes their starting center?
I thought we was talking more Trey.
Well, I mean, if you give up Clinging, they're gonna have to go get a center.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think.
I guess Eve. I mean, I guess Eve could start.
Yeah, it's so many. It's gonna be so many low value centers around that they could get guys to play spot minutes and like. I don't really think that's a big deal. I was thinking more so. I was asking you, what position is Portland in? You told me they're trying to win, right? So you let's say you get a healthy Dame, you got a healthy Drew, you put him with a Trey Murphy, right? And
Denny,
yeah, and Denny. Trey's essentially what the 4th best player there. Yeah, like okay,
well,
exactly.
Wait,
so why wouldn't they do it? Why?
Wait, brother, hold up on the Jeff Teague podcast. On the Jeff Teague podcast, he said, "What's the difference between you and Denny?"
A lot,
boy.
A lot.
I didn't see Denny in person.
Denny go get it out the mud, yeah. Yeah. Denny go get it out the mud.
But no, like Lito, like that's a good team. That's a dynamic team.
That's a very good team.
You had 2 really good shooters in Dame and Trey. You got Drew's a lockdown defender. He'll just play his role. You got Denny,
and you still got Grant. Shout out to Sam Kim. You still got Grant.
Grant was allegedly coming back in this deal.
Oh,
they're gonna have to trade. They're gonna have to trade Jeremy Grant.
You could potentially have Jordan Poole coming off your bench if you needed some kind of dynamic scoring. If you can get him to, but But that's the big question right there, Scoot. I think about that team. It's like there's a potential for them to be dynamic and scary at the same time. Trey's ability to kind of fill a void for them.
Yeah.
If you look at Shaedon Sharpe, like it felt like he was trying to be the man at times, and that's not what they would need him for. Trey like knows his role. Like he wouldn't interfere with what Dame would want to do or what Drew would want to do. Shaedon, I think, potentially did. So it's like the less is more kind of thing. Like Shaedon's like the athletic scoring type guard, but high usage. Trey isn't that, in my opinion.
You know,
that's the thing, though. Like they gave
bro.
Sharpe incredibly high usage last year. Sharpe was at 30% usage last year, which is above the norm. Trey's never been above 22%, and that, like, that's also the appeal for Trey. Yeah, and that's also the appeal for Trey for Portland is that you're going to have high usage players in Dame, in Denny, who have to have the ball in their hands. And if Trey's giving you 20 points on 21% usage, that's perfect for them. Like, that's what they're looking for, somebody who does not need the ball. Because you can't, like, if people doing this thing worried about the playoffs, how are you going to be talking about the playoffs when you won 27 games this past year? You got 47 wins the last 2 years. You talk about worried about they didn't play in the playoffs. You ain't played in the playoffs for 3 years. Ain't nobody on the Pelicans roster played in the playoffs. I'm not worried about who ain't played in the playoffs. Zion Williamson ain't played in 0 playoff games either. So, like, why are you worried? Like, they're not winning the championship this year. This is about setting the Pelicans up for the long term. If you answer your question at center, you get a lot closer to answering your Queen versus Zion question. Like, you get a lot closer to setting this team up for fears. That's the whole point. Because you ain't win. You're looking at the finals on TV, right? Pelicans ain't winning no finals in the next 3 years. It ain't happening. So worrying about players who are not going to get you to the conference finals in the next 2 or 3 years, I'm not worried about that. Are you building the structure that's going to make this team successful? Y'all keep doing this in the comments where you want two things at once. You keep saying, well, that guy ain't done this in the playoffs. You ain't done nothing in the playoffs. What do you want? What do you want ultimately? Are you worried about the name for 1 year or building a winning program?
I would like a winning program.
Breeze Zion never played in the playoffs.
Breeze. You know, Jay Burke, this is with the way players have come back from he tore his Achilles, right? Yeah. Like I'm Dame will be fine. The advanced
you see some shooting?
He's like what?
Yeah, what Grubb just said. He ain't doing that. But did you see him shooting in the
yeah,
when they was in the plane or whatever?
He can shoot. Oh, he can shoot. Oh, he can shoot the basketball. We gotta get to the other trades, but Portland's a fun.
Do we have to? I feel like we
fought, bro. Well, no,
yeah,
I mean we did.
Right.
I mean we talked about it for 30 minutes. Shout out, make sure you smash the like button. All right, this is what we'll do. We'll take a quick break here, and then we're going to talk about this Bill Simmons trade, which I thought was kind of wild, but let's hear from Theo. Craving pizza like me? Theo's Pizza has you covered. Theo's has daily specials going on throughout the week. Enjoy half-price draft beers on Tuesday and half-off bottles of wines on Wednesdays. Perfect for a midweek treat. Free delivery right to your door for the big game. Visit us at theospizza.com and use code FREEDELIVERY for all online orders. Don't miss Theo's lunch specials either. Available Monday through Friday. Enjoy one topping small pizza for just $10.99 or choose any of our delicious sandwiches with chips and a drink for only $12.99. You can also find us at 5 convenient locations: Elmwood, Mid-City, Magazine Street, Metairie, and Covington. What are you waiting for? Order now and taste the difference at Theo's Pizza. Your perfect slice of happiness. Shout out Theo's.
Shout out Theo's.
Shout out Theo's.
Lito, I got.
Let me ask
you. What?
What? Go ahead. What you got?
No, there's some mean ass comments the other day on this. What were you gonna say?
Shout out to King Quantus B. That's my dog, man. But we just got to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? The truth is the truth, and the lie is just a lie. And you know, he ain't playing the playoffs. Like, he ain't playing the playoffs. Okay, one more time, King. He guided them to the playoffs. Did he play? That's all I'm at. Did he put a game uniform on to play in a playoff game? Because if he didn't, then that means he didn't play. I don't really know how we could.
There's a famous saying out there: you can bring a hoe to the water, but you can't make a drink. He got him there, cool, but he ain't drink none of the water either. They ain't done nothing.
King Quans, I love this response.
No, but that's my dog.
Shout out to King Quans. People were mean about this, Lito. People are just bullies out there on the internet. This is a trade proposal. First off, this wasn't my trade proposal.
Yeah.
This was Bill Simmons' trade proposal. There were a lot of mean comments on social media, on Instagram, saying I was a homer, I'm an asshole, all this other shit. This wasn't my trade proposal. What I was trying to say is that I would not do this, but I'm cool. Like, I'm a professional. I'll take all the heat and everything like that. Like, I'm interested in y'all's thoughts on this. But if I am the New Orleans Pelicans, even though Jaylen Brown's an incredible basketball player, shout out to Chris Conner, you can't do this. Pelicans, for our audio listeners, Pelicans receive Jaylen Brown.
Who they think they got? Chelsea Clinton?
Denver, that is a 3-teamer. Denver joins the party. They get Sam Hauser and a 2026 Boston second rounder. And this is where it gets really good. Boston, out of nowhere, receives Trey Murphy, Cam Johnson, Herb Jones, E. Misi, the Nuggets 2026 first rounder, and then a 2030 Pelicans pick swap. So first off, that's just a no for me, just from a Pelican standpoint. But what the fuck? Like, let's talk about Denver here for a second. Why would Denver give up Cam Johnson for Sam Hauser 1, and then also give up their first rounder pick for a second rounder?
Smoking.
This is Bill Simmons.
Sam Hauser.
And I'm just like, well, wait a second. Why would anybody do that?
Smoking dick. He's crazy.
Smoking that too.
Do people think like the internet doesn't exist or something? Right? Like, we can't look and see what you're writing and saying. No, why would anybody do that?
Jared, there were people saying to do this trade. There were multiple people saying to do this trade.
Justin, I'm gonna give a little bit of bait for them, like, or a bail for them. Are they saying like you should go after Jaylen Brown, or are they saying they want that specific trade? Because if you just say
some people said this is what you should give up for Jaylen.
Oh, okay. Well, Lito, what you said the other day, maybe a couple podcasts ago, about drugs,
crack.
Shout out to crack.
Shout out to crack, man. That's the only thing you can say about that. Shout out to crack. It has to exist.
Like, Jaylen Brown last year, as good as he was,
Really good.
the Celtics were barely better with him on the floor. They were a +1 with him on the floor offensively. And like, this is the thing that really gets me about Pelicans fans. You really need to understand this. Celtics played slowest pace in the league last year. The slowest pace in the league. Played 30th in pace. They were the number 2 offense in the league. Why? Because volume 3-point shooting. Is that what the Pelicans do well? Do the Pelicans have 4 shooters on the floor spread around Jaylen Brown? Would they be able to offer him that? What he got in Boston was 4 guys out on the perimeter, allowing him to get a 35% usage? 35% usage? You think he's going to get that in New Orleans?
No.
And on top of that, you taking 34% 3 instead of 38% 3. You take a 75% free throw percentage instead of 88% free throw percentage. The rebounds are negligible. The assists are negligible. The steals are less. The blocks are the same. Jaylen Brown's efficiency is in his ability to put the ball on the floor for himself. For himself, not create for others. He does not give out 8-9 assists a night. He creates for himself. And this is not to disparage him as the player. It's about fit. Do you think Jaylen Brown is worth $30 million more in production than Trey Murphy when Trey is at 22% usage and Jaylen's at 35% usage last year? Last year, that'll never happen again because Jason Tatum is back. So if they play together, he'll never approach that usage number. Offensively, they were several points worse with him on the floor. This is a team that was number 2 in the NBA in offensive rating, 121. With him on the floor, they were 114. With Trey on the floor, the Pelicans are 122 in offense. Again, this is a Pelicans team that struggles offensively with a coach who has historically struggled offensively. Is Jaylen Brown at $61 million going into his age 30 year? When has that happened in the history of the NBA that a bad team took a max player and suddenly became a good team? Not only a max player is at his age 30 season. The majority of great players, as Jaylen Brown already has won his title, do it between ages 25 and 30. If you don't win your first title between 25 and 30, you typically don't get one. You can look around the league right now. Look around the league. All the guys that you think about, they got their first one before they turned 30. Their first one. So all of the timeline things, again, become a problem with Jaylen Brown. Like, you can have nice things. If you got a $40 million house and somebody offers you a $60 million house, on face value, like, I'm getting a $60 million house. But you ain't got no more money yourself. You don't have the maid. You don't have the staff. You don't have a cook. You don't have all things. Your $60 million house is going to fall apart quickly. And it's going to be a $40 million house before you know it. And I just don't think that Jaylen Brown by himself is $30 million better than Trey Murphy.
Grub, this is why I hate you. This is pure hate. You know why? Because you said this has never happened in the history of the NBA. And watch. These motherfuckers were going to make history by doing the exact thing that you're saying not to do. You keep putting this in the atmosphere. They're going to make it happen. It's going to be your fault, girl. I'm putting this on you.
Yeah. Especially with these people. Shit.
You're on mute, bro.
Damn it. Lito's all in on Jaylen Brown.
I mean,
Lito wants Jaylen Brown. Yeah. He's all in.
That's
it's Sunday show. It don't matter.
That's crazy.
It doesn't matter. Whatever Lito said.
That's a reach, Justin. I like Jaylen Brown's talent. I'm saying I don't want it for that trade though. Like I ain't say I was cool with that. Like that's not a good deal.
There were really some people saying that they should do it. And I'm just like,
that's like you. I'm telling you, we going to the Pelicans is just. I say I need a big screen TV. You take me to, you take me to Best Buy. I got $20 in my pocket, and you trying to sell me 100-inch. And I'm like, bro, I can't afford that. I can't put that in my car.
Bro, they can't even get Troy to the pressers. You think that Troy's gonna come join our show?
Oh, by the way, I got word that Troy is never gonna speak. So Justin, you can stop asking that.
Of course he's like, why would he speak?
How is that humanly possible, though?
Never.
Bro, because Joe Dumars runs the show.
He
runs the show.
But like to never speak, it's allowed?
He the SVP. He don't have to speak.
No.
That's the issue, Jared.
No.
That's the issue.
I'm just telling. Shout out to my dog. He told me. He said he the SVP. He said it's not a contractual obligation for him to speak.
But that's crazy. I really want to rap with dude. To be honest with you, there's some things that I need to know about him that I feel like if he just spoke, I would get some answers. But he like Lori Harvey, like when she first came on the scene, I didn't know what she sounded like. She just never talks. She was just like a myth.
She don't have to.
Yeah, she don't have to. But Troy Weaver needs to, his position in the game of basketball and relative to the Pelicans, he needs to say something. He's the guy making these moves.
You know what I don't want to see though?
What's that?
Is if they do start winning and all of a sudden he starts making appearances. That's what I don't want to see. Lame. So if they do start winning and he starts getting praised and all that shit, I still don't want to see him. Because that shows me who you are. When the shit starts hitting the fan, that's when you know when who's a man and who's not a man. Right? Mm. What does MJ say?
Mm.
You a man if you talking shit when you're down. When you're up, anybody can talk shit when you're up. But when you down, that's when you know you're a bad mother. That's what I want to see.
I like that.
Grub, you actually I kind of want to talk about Detroit here, this trade package. Obviously there's a connection here with a lot of connections, right? Troy and Joe, and then you have Trajan. The package pause here for Trey Murphy. Grub, we'll start with you first. I don't know who this is from Instagram, so I'm sorry I'm not giving you credit. I don't know who this is exactly from, but sorry that I can't get you credit here. It was sent to me. But audio listeners,
from Bleacher Report, I think.
Is it Bleacher Report? Shout out Bleacher Report if it is. All right, so Pistons get Trey Murphy. The Pistons give up Ron Holland, Karis LeVert, Marcus Sasser, the 21st overall pick, and a 2028 unprotected first-round pick. In 2028, it's supposed to be a loaded NBA draft. The Pelicans receive a fantastic return for high ceiling youth in Holland, study guard, blah, blah, blah. Do you think this trade works here, Grub?
Not Sasser. Not the Sasser part. Like, I think that, like, give me something else we need to talk. Because Karis LeVert, I'm just taking him for salary filler. He can score. He can be off the bench. I still got problems. I still got to get rid of people off my bench. But Karis is not a problem player. He's a pro. He'll give you 15. He ain't going to be no problem. But I don't need Sasser. I like the 2 first-rounders, but I'm worried about where they're going to be. I don't care how loaded 2028 is. If the Pistons are winning 55 games every year, then that's not a great pick for me either. So 2 picks and multiple players who ultimately will not be useful to me either. Because I don't think Karis is somebody who would stay. You try to trade him again, most likely, and you're not going to get high value for a guy who's been as injured as Karis has at this stage of his career. And I think Sasser is such a developmental piece. He's not going to get minutes in New Orleans. Like, he's a backup point guard. I already got a young point guard I got to deal with. I don't need another one. So I don't like that Detroit deal. I think there are better deals if I'm making a deal with Detroit. Detroit would have to come pause with more than 2 first-rounders, and they would have to be better than that.
Grub, what's my guy name? What's the guard name? I can't think of his name. You know what I'm talking about?
Scoring guard, the dude that the point guard.
Yeah, what's his name?
The little bucket that was. Damn, I'm forgetting his name right now. But yeah, he could be.
Yeah.
I like him.
Anyways, let's get Sasser out of here.
Isaac Jones? No.
What you said? Nah. Fuck, this about to piss me off.
Jenkins?
Dennis Jenkins?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you get Thompson back in that deal? Can you get Thompson back in that deal? So. You don't?
I don't think. I mean, he just made.
Like, could I get Thompson
instead of a pick?
Can I get Thompson instead of a pick?
No. He just made first team.
They ain't giving him Thompson.
Yeah. Go ahead, Grub. I'm sorry.
Like, I want you got to give me Reed or something. You got to give me something in the front court. Like, I need a center. I need some front court help. You got to give me Isaiah Stewart. You got to give me.
I just don't want Isaiah Stewart. I just don't like.
I'm just saying you have to give me a center.
You can't say it's like no. You just like his nickname. You love his nickname of Beef Stew. Like that's your favorite.
That's all I like dudes that fight. You need to do that.
Look, I get that, but I also want a productive. Like I know, like now I'm just stuck on clinging because like I've seen what Isaiah Stewart looks like on this team with Zion. Like you have Zion Williamson on this roster. You have Derik Queen on this roster. You got to get a center that can shoot a 3. You got to.
It's got to be bigger than 6'8". Like you can't have another 6'8" center on this team.
Right.
Like that's the problem. Is like even if Stewart weren't, it's just 6'8". You can't have more 6'8" on this team.
Jared, thoughts on Detroit?
You know, the 2 firsts are interesting because like with the new rules, it makes those first round picks less valuable to me.
Yeah, it's weird.
Right? Like even if, Detroit lost, like you still don't know where they're going to be or like a roundabout area where they're going to be. So you would almost need more to kind of give yourselves more shot at the apple or more bites at the apple. I would need more. And I'm with Grub. Like you need to shore up your front court to some degree, right? Even if that's getting just somebody, like you need something. You can't just, go get a guard. Like, bro, you got one that you're trying to develop. You don't need somebody impeding that progress. that you're bringing in. Like you tripping your own stuff. You stepping on rakes, as our former co-star Chaz would say. Damn, I don't know. I just don't love it. I'm kind of with Justin. Like once you tell me, or show me what like filet mignon looks like, you want me to go eat hot dogs? Like no, bro. Like
it's funny how Portland like just has like kind of stolen the show.
I told
I
you.
still go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. I was just saying I still like OKC.
That was
so
next. Okay.
So let's talk about that one. Because I got an issue. I got an issue with that deal that was proposed.
You have an issue?
I have an issue. Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess we can.
You got the trade? You gonna put the trade on the screen?
I got you, big dog.
Appreciate you, man.
Professional.
I know.
I'm just trying to get this. Hey, make sure you smash the like button. We're like 200 people in here. Smash the like button.
Yes, sir.
Just press the, even if you don't like, just press the little thumbs up thing. It helps the show. Share it. Do the whole thing. You know. Why? What is this? Why is this in there?
No, leave it. Leave that there.
Chris,
do we ever delete this?
Yeah, you can delete that, dog.
Chris.
All right. OKC trade. Okay, so
this is a terrible graphic.
This ain't no Buku Media graphic. I tell you
Like
that much.
who's reading all of this? Like this is even.
Well, what's that meme where it's like I ain't reading all that.
Yeah. Thank you. Congratulations. My condolences.
Yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot.
I'm just looking at the package
and numbers. That's it. Should be paragraph.
So all right, OKC's giving up. OKC's giving up. Hold up, Lito. Hold up.
I'm ready to talk, Justin.
I'm trying to give you a fucking assist.
I'm ready to. I don't give a baker's fuck. I'm ready to pie.
There you go. All right. OKC gives up Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, Nikola Topic. Is it Topic or Topic? No, that's not Topic. Whatever. And 2 future first round picks for Trey Murphy.
Okay. Can I?
Yeah. Let me pull the graphic down so we can see.
No. You good? They don't need to see me. It's all good.
Okay.
You about to trade me 2 players that were just out of your playoff rotation. That's who you trade me? You trade me the 2 guys that were out of your playoff rotation. Who the fuck, dog? If you don't put Case and Wallace in that fucking deal, if you don't put AJ in that, like, man, get out of my face. You about to trade me the 2 dudes you didn't play? I'm straight. Don't disrespect me. You muted my brother.
Fuck. Who would you like in a trade proposal? Who would you like in a trade proposal there?
I want Case and Wallace and AJ and
you have to have both of them?
Yes. I would like for you to trade both players. Yes.
Let me ask you this. Would you like Lou Dort on your team?
Yeah.
How much money he made?
Why, Jarrett? He gives me Dylan Brooks vibes.
I don't know about all that. But like he has a defined role. Like I don't have to guess about Lou Dort. I think right now is like I the only people I want to guess about are Derik Queen and Jeremiah Fears because they're still developing. If I'm putting people around those 2, I need to know exactly who you are. There's some range in that. Yes, there's some flexibility in that, but it ain't the same range that you should be getting from Jeremiah Fears and Derik Queen. You need to know who these players are. And I'm cool with him being on this team.
17.7 mil.
Sign me up.
He's a dirty player. I mean,
you think Chris Paul was clean, bro?
Dirty's playing the game.
But like we got too many nice guys on the team. Like you need an asshole. Like we got too many nice guys on the team. Like that's why I like Fears. Like Fears don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just bring Tumani Kamara back in that other deal. You don't have to worry.
You ain't getting Caruso. They ain't
giving me Caruso. You ain't getting Caruso. They love that.
Ooh, Dort or Herb?
See, I think people will put Dort up there. Yeah, people put Dort up there only because like he got to play with it on an elite defense. I'm not saying he's a bad defender. I really do like him. He's physical, right? He's at the point of attack. Guards, I would say sometimes 1 through 4, but potentially like 2 through 4 at times. More 3, right? I still think Herb's versatility is more. I still think there's more there. And if he got to play with the center like Chet, I think we would see like truly all-world defense.
Yo, Lou Dort had back-to-back 40% from deep years in 2024 and 2025.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
That's tough. Never mind.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah, look, he had a bad year. Like he had a bad year. He shot 34. He had career lows across the board. Like this dude,
this is a bad year he's had.
In 2022, he averaged 17.2 points per game. Like,
hey son, he gave the Pelicans 40 in a plague.
I remember.
Jared went quiet, bro.
I was just sitting there twiddling my thumbs. All right, man.
See, here's my problem with you, Lito. If I say that, World War III.
I'm not pausing.
It's bullshit.
I'm an adult.
No, I think he was just saying like he was allowing me to cook.
Yeah.
But he knew, but Lito knew you weren't cooking. Like you weren't cooking at all.
No, I was letting him. No, I'm not going to rub my dog and let him not say his piece.
Yeah. Would you tell Jared if his mic was off? Would you tell Jared his mic was off or no?
Yeah, I tell you every time.
You see, this is the part of the show, Jared. You missed it. Make sure you smash the like button. You missed that part of the show. Lou Dort, if you get Lou Dort back in that deal, like that's not like he's a good player. He's a championship winning player. Like you can't just.
You gotta trade Herb though. You can't have Dort and Herb on the same roster though. Gotta trade one of them.
That's fine. No, that's fine. Yeah. Because you don't have a center, right? Like you gotta go get a center. What's Lou Dort?
Somebody gotta go.
17. He got a club option. My bad. He got a club option and he an unrestricted free agent 2027.
See, Lito, that goes back to the Trey Murphy. Like
you missed it. You missed the window.
Right. Like that's why the Portland thing makes so much sense. Like the Portland trade really makes all the sense in the world. Because you get a Shaedon Sharp who you have 3 or 4 years. You get a Clean who you have 3 or 4 years. You have Queen and Fears who you have for the next 6 years. Like that could be a. Why'd you keep that face? What is this?
Hold on.
Did you just read the comment?
Yeah, hold on. God, boy, that was a bad deal. I don't want to shit on nobody. I started.
No.
Pull it up.
What? Well, L to the 5. He's a supporter of the show. I mean, you what do you do, Lito? No disrespect, and then you just completely disrespect somebody? Is that how
Yes.
As long as you say no disrespect, like
disrespect is coming.
Hey,
disrespectful.
But I'm trying to be nice.
Be disrespectful.
Hey, no disrespect. L to the 2-5. This trade is Megan Thee Stallion. It's big cheeks. It ain't good, baby. It ain't good.
What? Well, those are good cheeks.
Well, that, you know what I'm saying? In that case.
Well, yeah, those are good cheeks.
Trade. Yeah.
Once it hits the hour clip of Pro Pels talk, it just goes off the rails.
Oh,
usually.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey, film review's coming soon.
Soon. Girl, y'all gotta let me know who y'all want pot about. Y'all got any players in mind?
I got you, bro.
All right, let's get. Oh, sorry, Jared. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think it's crazy that we saw this kid in high school and now potentially doing a film review. Justin was coaching against him, and we were talking about a particular game. Like,
you remember, like he just was different. Like I don't know how he was just different.
You just knew.
Yeah, Justin them tried some shit that I had never seen in my life.
Like, what do you do?
Chris was on the court.
Like he was unbelievable. And the funny part is he sat out like a year and a half.
I'm gonna tell Grub, they went 4 corners, Grub. The entire first half.
6-0 at the end of one.
There should be no states without a shot clock at this
It
point.
sucks.
I don't understand why you have
It
high schools
sucks.
that the high school affiliations organizations that allow teams to play. And Louisiana's still
Sucks.
one of them. They ain't got no shot clock.
Sucks. Jerry, you know the funny part is like I'd love to play that team now with the group we have.
Ooh.
Like that would be
Yeah.
See, that would be a fair matchup.
Taking a full court.
This would be a fun game to go for. Like that would be a fun game to play.
Get Ivory on the phone, Justin. Get him on the phone.
Yeah, Ivory and I are like bitter rivals now. Not at all, but
you know what? I'm
Shout
gonna say
out
this.
to
Me and Ivory
and
talked about Sinet, and he kind of gave me some because I saw that game and I saw how y'all defend, and he kind of allowed himself to be defended in a way, right? And it put a bad impression.
He went to prep school and it just flipped. And then Sampson 1 year under Kelvin Sampson, and that was that. All right, let's get some fan questions, comments. We'll get out of here. Of course, presented by Waste Pro, the trash hotline. Always go with Super Chats first. Conic 5,000. Always appreciate your support. I'm calling to get Jalen Green. Also,
Green.
Also a top 10 pick. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all want a top 10 pick in this year's draft?
It's hard to say no. It's hard to say no to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Where would you
like
stop?
that's not a fair question.
Yeah.
That's not a fair question.
And you know what?
You
Life
want some
isn't
free
fair,
money?
Grub.
Yeah,
Okay,
like free
Grub,
money.
Life ain't fair, bro.
What
But I mean, like,
paying for, Justin?
that's like you asking an open-ended question. Of course, the answer is always, would you like a top? Sure, I'd
course.
like a top 10
Okay,
pick.
would you,
What's it
Trey
gonna
Murphy?
cost me?
Trey Murphy's gone. Trey Murphy's
And what
gone.
did I get back besides 10?
You got Lido. I mean, like
You're going to the
I
top,
like
bro.
10, no.
That's what I was trying to get at. Like, unless it's top 5, but like, I don't see the Pelicans ever get a top 5 pick in this draft.
Get in the top 10, to be honest.
Kind of like 5,000 $5 super chat again. Appreciate you. We're getting a top 10 pick in this year's draft. We're also getting Jalen Green, also getting Jaylen Brown.
All right.
The Pelicans?
Sure, 36 wins.
I hope you're right.
Okay.
Get 36 wins.
I'm still a Jalen Green believer. So,
Wait, Connor, then we're getting Green, Stewart, and Oscar. You're all over the
oh,
place.
he
I
knows.
appreciate your super
Hey,
chat.
who is this? Who
It's
is
Cole
this?
Khan.
Who
It's
does
got to
he
be Cole
know?
Khan.
Oh,
It's Cole Khan. It's got to be. I think he just changed
That's
up
my
his,
dog. What's up, bro?
just changed.
What does he know? What does he know?
Jared's got something.
I'm just trying to follow what Buddy's saying.
Cole
am I
Khan's the
missing something?
one. Cole Khan's the one that like a couple weeks ago, you're like, who you work with? Like this is Cole Khan.
See, all right. If you decipher it, then one of these is right.
See
This is what I'm trying to get at. You see,
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What does he
Fan
know?
show.
we on to you, bro. Hey, look, they think it's crack. I don't think it's crack. I don't think it's some
Yeah.
crack. Hey, sometimes you run into those crackheads that know everything.
the
There are
face.
functional crackheads out there. There's
We gotta clip
functional
that one out.
crackheads out there in business right now, running
Yeah.
companies.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah. I met a gypsy and she, yeah.
Did you see that? Oh, one crack thing. Did you see that? Did you see that Instagram reel where there's a dude getting interviewed on the street and they ask him, "You're a woman or a crack?" And he said, "Crack ain't never let me down."
Ooh.
He said, "Crack has always been there for me." And the dude was like, "Crack." He's like, "You ever had crack?" He said, "Crack ain't never let me down." He said, "Every time I take crack, every time I smoke crack, I'm high." He said, "Woman give me problems." He said, "But every time I smoke crack, I get high." I was like, "All right, bro. All right."
Shout out to Crack.
Okay,
back.
it's the next question.
We back.
Or statement. Eric White 6695. God, I love this show. Trey Murphy should be untouchable. Trade Zion, Looney, and Poole. Lido.
Well, you hate Trey Murphy, so
Who?
I think, huh?
Who?
You.
You're starting to do this thing where you're pissing me off now. Now you're starting to piss. Watch your mouth. help me with
Yeah.
this.
You wanna-
I love Trey Murphy. I'm
Yeah.
just realistic about this
Oh,
shit.
okay. All right.
Don't
Yeah.
read this. You know what? Back to this. Do you believe Trey Murphy should be untouchable, Lito?
I don't think nobody is not nobody on this team should have that moniker.
Nobody. Nobody?
Bro, Luka got traded. Anybody can go.
Yeah.
That's what that
Will
meant to
Chamberlain
me.
got traded 3 times.
Like,
Yeah.
Will Chamberlain got traded 3 times.
yeah, bro.
Philly to the Warriors to the Lakers. Like,
Dang, that's
he wasn't a
crazy.
free agent. They had no free agency back then. How you the motherfucking teams?
That's
Jared,
how Will was putting up all the numbers.
shout out to David O'Connor.
My bad, Justin. Go ahead.
There you go, bro. The Rockets. I haven't talked about I haven't really thought about the Rockets. Obviously, I'll say this before Jarrett answers the this question here, David. But look, I put Jarrett and Lito on Jabari Smith. Look, I told them I can't even say the joke anymore with that. Just go ahead.
Great job, Justin. That was beautiful. Beautifully done.
This is in the show. This is in
I
the
just
show.
love getting a reaction at Lito.
Who will we get out of this deal?
You probably got to think. Let's see. Do you like Reed Shepard?
Again, I'm not stepping on this toes. We're just not
Talk
doing it.
about it.
True.
Talk about it. Speak on it,
Like-
Five.
Like we're just not.
So Reed Shepard, Amon Thompson.
All I want
so
is-
it really is Jabari. It's
And
Jabari.
amen.
But there's no way they give up Amon. There's no way.
Now, I
sure?
think
Are you sure
I
about
think
that?
they could.
Are
I
you
think
sure
that's
about that?
interesting
Yeah.
because at least I know what this could look like. There's a direction here that doesn't impede the progress of Queen Fears, right? Hyper athletic, potential defensive player of the year type. I think he works at his game, right? The shooting has to improve,
Yeah.
right? And then they gave him like ball handling responsibility, so a connector of 2. If you thinking Dyson Daniels, but I think this with like ultra athleticism. Not to say like Dyson wasn't athletic, he just didn't know how to use it offensively. And if you can pull off, it's the shooting. Can
Jabari play center?
If I got Jabari and Amin Thompson, like I am running to the heels with excitement.
If he good, yeah. They ain't playing center. I ain't putting Jabari at center every night.
No.
Yeah. When you say like exclusively at center, no. Like, can he play spy rotational minutes? Yeah, he probably could give me some decent minutes at center, depending on who the lineup.
So you still haven't figured out your center position with this trade.
But this trade would almost fit Jamal Mosley, right? Like fit a scheme of him, get long arm defenders. I don't see a problem with it. Like it just solves, like it shores up your wing depth, and it's kind of solves, like it kind of fits a mold for your coach. So I wouldn't see this as a bad deal. This would be the number 2 option, or 3 option if you consider OKC and you thought about like getting Chet out of the deal. That'd be the only thing.
And Justin, you just told me, you said we not in a position where we could turn down talent, right? So you get as much talent as you can. You just try to figure out how to make that work.
Look, yeah, Jared says the best. Like, get the talent figured out later. Like,
In theory, Justin.
wait, I'm just saying, like, if
Miss Hunter got shout out to Miss Hunter, man. Mrs. Hunter is asking good questions.
shout out Miss Hunter.
And that's
Oh.
I feel.
I'm
yeah.
just saying with the Trey Murphy trade, you got to be able to figure out one of these problems. Like you got to shore up. That's why the Portland, like I go back to Portland, like Portland solved so much. But like the Houston thing, like you can't turn down Thompson and Jabari. Like you have the bird rights to both, right?
I think the
You have the
issue
bird
just
rights
becomes, it requires more moves. And I think that's what we're thinking about is our heads are doing, okay, the Portland one, like you said, easy to fit in the slides. Pause. It works very easily in that situation. Okay. But when you take the Houston one, it necessitates additional moves. And I think we all have an issue here in thinking of Joe making 4 moves in a summer. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Joe start making 4, 5 major deals in one summer, I think we all start getting a little nervous. So, like, I think the fewer steps that he has to make, the more comfortable we'll all be.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Another super chat. Appreciate your half dozen. Poppy 6, the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. I'm just reading the name, Lito. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely a Trey trade happens?
10.
9.7.
Yeah.
Wow. 10, 9.7 grub.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still say 6 or 7 right now. I'm not gonna go to all the way there because I'll say 6, 7.
I'm gonna go an 8. Basically, I don't think Troy Weaver likes Trey Murphy. I don't think the front office.
I don't think they like each other. I don't think Trey.
No,
it just feels like everything, the vibe in the building has shifted on Trey. You know what I mean? Like when Griff was around, it was clear that Trey had favored nation status with Griff.
Yep.
You know, it's not the same. Whatever it is, whether they like him or they don't, the emphasis is not the same. Like that part is clear, and that I think that's so for Trey. Like when people talk about, well, Trey, who is he to be demanding anything? I don't think Trey is gonna walk in and be like, I'm Trey Murphy and I want to go to the motherfucking Gold State War. That's not. Trey is gonna say it ain't working. Like that's how Trey is gonna. It ain't working. It ain't working for you. It ain't working for me. Let's work this out. Like, I think that's how it ends for the Pelicans and Trey Murphy ultimately. It's not going to be angry. It's not going to be bitter. But I think it's clearly there is not the same emphasis and affection for Trey's future under Dumars and Weaver as there was before.
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah.
I just want to say this. Trey Murphy getting potentially traded is not a Trey Murphy, like him being at fault. He's not requesting to be out, even if he is. Like, he has that right to, right? Like, if we like go back in history, and it took me some time to like think about it, this dude's been messed over multiple times by this organization.
Yeah.
Multiple times. And the one time he gets to a point where his voice should be heard, he's been pushed out again. I get it. I totally get it. So if he wants out, he should.
100%. I don't blame Trey Murphy at all. Like this is, and Jared, I'm glad you brought that up because people keep saying, well, like I said this earlier in the show. I don't know if you're on there, but like they're like, well, you're going to trade Trey Murphy with 7 years of his prime left, and I'm like, Trey Murphy's not going to be here in a year and a half max.
Yeah.
Like you think he like once again, I'm gonna repeat this for the 206 people that are in here. Like, do you think Trey Murphy wants to keep entering his prime and making $23-24 million and winning 22 games a year, 23 games a year? No. Like he's gonna ask out. He's like, now's the time. I hate trading good players, but I'm being realistic about this. He's going to be one of the most coveted players at this offseason. You gotta cash in. You miss out on Drew Holiday. You miss out on Brandon Ingram. You miss out on Zion Williamson. Like you can't miss out on this.
Lonzo.
You missed out on like. Thank you, Lito. Lonzo, like you can't wait. I hate to say it. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you can't wait. Like, love Trey Murphy. I'm always gonna be a fan of the New Orleans Pelicans. What's best for the New Orleans Pelicans? It's to unfortunately move him and gain as much assets as possible, so that you can start rebuilding, as Grubb says, as Lito says, as Five says, around Jeremiah Fears and Derik Queen. It's really that simple. Gotta love being a fan of this fucking team. L to the 5. Who would you prefer if the acquisition costs the same, Sharp or Jalen Green?
I like Jalen Green, man. I like Jalen Green.
Jared, you're thinking.
Yeah. Jalen Green has some really good like off the court game management.
Yeah,
Off the
legendary.
court game management. And that's
Legendary.
really good. But on the court. Depends, man. Like again, I always go back to my initial statement. Like I am not trying to impede the growth of Jeremiah Fears and Derik Queen. I don't believe Shaden Sharp does that. So for this question, great question, LZ2 to the
L
5.
to the 5. This is the same guy that asked the question where Lito said no disrespect or disrespect.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a good question. Came back with a good question though. You see how that worked? You know, disrespect him, and then he owned up to. He was like, "I don't mind the disrespect," and look what he did.
You're a professional.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Shaden Sharp.
Shaden Sharp.
Hey, Justin. Oh yeah.
Steve Giles 1253. Does Atlito know? Does Atlito not know that Joe Dumars won 2 championships as a player and 1 as an exec? Man, the disrespect of the most accomplished person ever stepped foot in this franchise.
Yeah. It's my turn. It's my turn. Pass me the ball. Check this out. So he played. Let's start with the champion. Joe was a great player, right? Joe was a great player. I'm not fronting on his NBA career. He also played with one of the greatest point guards of all time in a different era with a tough team, who probably was scoring, about 85 points a game. Now let's get to the exact part. What'd you say, bro?
The Pistons had the number 1 offense when they won the championship. The second
You know
time,
what I'm saying?
they had the number 1 offense in the NBA.
I got no smoke for Joe as a player. Joe was great. Let's just start off top. He drafted Darko. Let's just start there. He signed Ben Gordon and Charlie Villanueva, who they ended up cutting. You want me to name some guys? Flip Saunders, Michael Curry, John Kuster. They traded Chauncey. He then traded Aaron Aflalo, and then he drafted Rodney Watt. It's a long list of things I could go down. And also we talking about something that happened a decade ago when he won. So yeah, Chris Mateen he drafted Mateen Cleaves.
Tracy McGrady. Allen Iverson.
Oh, don't forget, they were supposed to sign Rajon Rondo. He didn't do that because they re-signed Richard Hamilton, who was at the end of his rope. The Allen Iverson thing. They re-signed Rasheed Wallace over signing Mehmet Okur. Like it's a whole bunch of bad shit that happened that we ain't even really brought up yet. But cook, bro. Cook, Steve.
Ron Shields Jr. No disrespect. I don't think you guys can disconnect what you want personally and what the Pelicans' vision is right now.
What's the vision?
Yeah.
Ron, what's the vision? What's the vision, Ron? If you see it, tell me.
Love the show. Love the comments. Love it.
Started with
shots are Ron. Jared, what about the Magic if we got Wendell Carter Jr., Anthony Black, and a future first?
Again, those future firsts don't really mean that much as they used to, right? I would need more. But I'd be intrigued by this. This is like probably like 5th. Like I still see potential in Wendell Carter.
Yeah.
What's the contract? I think that I would need to see that. Wendell, I think he got signed right before, was it 2 seasons ago?
No worries, Lito.
It wasn't last year.
He got he making 20 million.
That's important. That's important, Grub. That's important.
He had $18 million cap hit right now. Next year, 2028, 20, and then he's an unrestricted free agent in 29. So he signed through 28.
I'm cool with that. Anthony Black has a really good relationship with Shammgod. I can see this being super beneficial, but I'd need another pick just to fuck with Orlando.
And
They need
not
to
to
be-
mention that I'm not a fan of Wendell Carter, but he got real good off court game management right now too.
Yeah, sure.
And ever since he started with that off court game management, he been playing great. So
You know, if you keep your house clean, right, your clothes clean, you look good, you feel good, you play good.
yeah,
I think that all transitions.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. God bless all the angels around the world.
oh,
Yeah, yeah.
The wealthy few. What do y'all think about Murphy for wear and some other things?
That's a fire. That's a fire
Um,
name.
is booby trap the other thing? That would be the only.
Hey, okay,
What's some other
Okay.
things?
That's
okay, okay.
because I'm telling you,
Yeah. 3 or
We all
4s and
like
3 or
wear.
5.
Hey, no question. We all like wear.
for sure.
Justin, what's that trade? What that trade I
I
sent
feel like
you
this is Magic
earlier?
Johnson. Like this, I feel like this is like when Magic Johnson tweets. In 2004, they beat the Lakers for the championship. They did.
What decade
They
that
did.
was?
You know, how Magic Johnson tweets. He's like, "Hey, game one of the NBA Finals is tonight."
Guys, the sun in Los Angeles is bright and shiny. Ain't no better day to play basketball. Magic.
In the cold. In the
J-Pac,
cold, we
shout
was
out,
cold.
bro. Shout out to J-Pac 80. What were you gonna say, Lito? Shout out to laundromats. I agree, Chung.
You want to
Magic
win
does-
basketball games, you got to score the most points. Magic Johnson.
Magic feels like he does have a signature on his text messages.
Magic Johnson's Twitter is one of the worst I've ever seen in my entire life. I've seen a couple. What were you gonna say, Leo? You're gonna ask a question or no?
I don't even
He's talking about a
remember.
trade. What y'all think about Miami? Like Jaime Jaquez, maybe?
Dude, I love
Oh!
podcasts.
It would have
Oh.
to be behind me. Yep.
Jeez,
That's
Leo.
that's Justin. That's what I was about to say. We was talking about what?
I mean, you just go ahead. Just,
What, bro? What happened?
You got excited. You're right. I should be excited.
We
Pause.
can't. We're not supposed to be excited about
I mean,
talking.
you
About
screamed "oh" a couple
Oh.
times, like right into the mic. But
yeah, bro. We talking who? But you want me to? You just
no, I want to talk hoop. You're excited. I'm excited.
we was talking. We was a trade that Giannis was going to. Apparently, this Giannis to Miami thing is all
Oh,
good.
that's what you're talking about. Do you?
Yeah.
Like, like it was gonna be they give up like Ware, Hero, Jaquez,
Jaquez.
and some others for Giannis. And I'm like, why would my like? Okay, what does Giannis and Bam win? Like, I
The
mean,
Pelicans
there's-
they gotta find a way to get into that deal.
Can I ask y'all something that we haven't really talked about yet? I think it's important, like actually on the timeline of it, or do y'all think it's important on the timeline of it? Do y'all wait? Like, if someone wants the 2027 Milwaukee swap, do y'all wait for the Giannis trade, or do y'all trade it now?
Wait, it's more valuable, right? But again, my depiction of these first round picks don't. Again, the value kind of shrunk when when they made the announcement about the picks, but I think now I'm talking
think
myself out of it. You might
see,
do it
Jared,
now.
And the swaps
Because
don't matter as
well, I
much to
think
me.
I think I'm both. Well, I think it's both sides, Jared. Because sorry, Greg, I don't mean to cut you off here, but I think it's both sides because
No, good.
you're still stuck though, waiting on this Giannis thing. Do you want to be stuck waiting on like this Giannis decision? But then I'm also thinking like, well, if Giannis does get traded, that because then you know like how valuable that pick.
I don't think there's a whole bunch of. I don't think there's a whole bunch of teams in on that Giannis thing. I think that's done quick. I think it's done pretty quick. And I think if you're the Pelicans, I'm not worried about what that Bucks value is. It's more about the player assets at this stage. Like Five said, you got to get players that you can utilize. And if the Bucks don't have immediate players that either you can see yourself flipping or see yourself playing, then they're not the team for you. I don't care about that swap. Like that swap is the least impactful thing for me. It's more about the years and how many of those I get than, worried about whether or not the Bucks are going to be good. Because as long as teams in the East, I have no idea. Like right now, I can't bet on an East team not having a good or a bad. I don't know. I just don't know. So like to me, can I get some players that I can use or that I have a strategic use for?
Yeah. Hey, J-Pop, this is a good question. I know we keep talking about what Joe would do, but how much of say do you think the new coach Jamal Moses is going to have? And we were talking about this since Jamal Moses is getting paid a shit ton of money. He's going to have whatever say he wants.
You
No.
think?
I don't know.
You really think that? You really think that?
This might be
There's
the
totally
two
opposite.
disagree.
people
dog.
up there.
I
Troy
totally
Weaver
disagree.
live here, right? Troy Weaver still here?
This
Troy Weaver still here?
This is their guy. This is their guy.
No.
I'm telling you, Jamal Moses is going to be able to do whatever he wants. Disagree. I
I'm
don't
with
go ahead.
Grub on this. Justin, I feel you, right? You threw a lifeline to Jamal Mosley. Yeah,
Yep.
he was able to, get that 5th year. They probably already established this. We get the roster, you coach the team.
That's why they gave him 5.
Yeah. I create the roster. You coach the team. I cook the food, you eat it. Like, they not fucking around, bro.
I think it's those three. I think Jamal. I
Nah,
think
this
it's
ain't no
those
triumvirate, big dog.
3 people can't have no equal say. 3 people can't have equal say. That
Oh,
never
God,
works.
wait. You think this makes sense? Wait, hold up. I never said it was going to make sense. I'm just saying. I think.
Look at where you
Go
have
ahead.
these kind of front office where there's multiple people. Look, the Pelicans already ran it once. Coach had no say. You look in New York, Mike Brown, they got 2 people in front of Mike Brown, right? They got Leon Rose and Wes. Mike Brown don't make no decisions on the players up in New York. Like, it's just they gave him that 5th year to shut up. Like, that's not the real of it. Like, they didn't say it that way, but that's what 5 years is for. We gave you security. We gave you security. You don't get say. You traded security for say because you could be on the street, bruh. Like, really, that they had the leverage on him because he ain't have a job. And it wasn't this whole group of people storming the gates to get Jamal Mosley. So they gave him the 5th year to be like, you going to lose some games here, bro. You going to lose some games, but you going to get your check every 2 weeks. This go clear. This the Troy Weaver show. That's right. This is the Troy Weaver show.
All right.
That's why that man don't speak. You don't speak if you ain't making decisions. He get to make decisions with impunity. He can do whatever. He ain't got to answer. You ain't giving that power up. He didn't hire Jamal Mosley to give up that power.
If you ever hear Lito tell you no disrespect, but then get a bulletproof vest and go.
Hell, it's too late. You can't even go get the vest. It's too late. The disrespect is already on its way. The bullet has been shot. It has your name on it. That's the crazy part. Bullets don't have no name. That one does.
Get a t-shirt, Lito, no disrespect. They can't take it down now.
What?
I'll tell you that much. They can't take it down now. They cannot take it down now. Look, I'll say this. Ibrahim 2250. I do believe Weaver has an eye for talent.
He does.
He does.
He does.
I totally agree. His moves, trade-wise, not very good. And as a small market, you better be elite at trading and drafting Oklahoma City Thunder, for example. You got to be elite. You can't be good at one and bad at the other because you ain't getting no free agents down here. So you got to be elite at acquiring talent and drafting.
Troy Weaver probably misses college. He used to making his money the illegal way. He don't like the rules and regulations needed. That's why he keeps getting tripped up. Because when he was back in college or back in his AAU days, he knew how to get players. He knew how to see talent. Like, I just think he's probably better off as like some, athletic director running some NIL school, whatever. That makes the most sense for Troy.
I gotta address this comment.
Why?
And look, I'm trying to don't hate the player, play it too. I appreciate your comment. I appreciate watching the show. But we
No
can't
disrespect.
judge a 19-year-old kid and expect him to run an offense day one. He's already had 3 fucking head coaches in 1
That's
year.
crazy.
3. Okay? Like we gotta be patient with the 19-year-old kid running an offense. There's gonna be some ups and downs. There's gonna be a lot of confusion. There's gonna be really good games. There's gonna be really bad games. You gotta live with it. And I think, and look, this isn't just directed at you, because we're in an age in the NBA now where like we just give up on players after a year or two, and I absolutely despise it. Like, let him develop. Like, once again, and Lito, I've told you this year, if you want him to be the starting point guard, you better be ready for the ups and downs. There's going to be struggles. There's going to be times where he looks lost. There's going to be times where like there's a 5 or 10 game streak where he's just absolutely terrible. But then there's going to be moments where he's really good. And you got to be able to be stay even keeled the whole way. Because I think in year 3 and then eventually year 4 and 5, this kid is going to be special. But to say after watching him for 82 games, being a 19-year-old and saying this kid doesn't know how to run an offense, like, that's not fair. Like, we want to talk about fair and everything. Like, that's not fair. That is absolutely not fair. He's on his 3rd coach in 10 months. There is no, like, what is
Fourth
the
if you count
offense?
college.
Yeah.
Fourth if
there
you
you
count
go,
his college coach.
He ran an offense in Oklahoma. Then he had to run Willie Green's horrific offense. Then he had to run James Borrego's offense. Now he's got to run Jamal Mosley's offense. And he also had to run Corey Brewer's offense in the summer league. So like there's just a lot of shit going on. You just got to be able to be patient. And I appreciate your comment. I appreciate you watching the show. Make sure you smash the like button, but just give him some time. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
They gave Zion 8 years or 7 years, and have yet someone be like, "Oh, Zion can't run an offense." If someone had criticism of Zion running an offense, I'd be like, "All right, that's well deserved. He's had enough time to learn." Also had multiple. He's had up to 5 coaches. Yeah, but he's a superstar. He'll get over it. But we looking at fears like, hey, you don't know how to run an offense. He's honestly not supposed to know how to run an offense yet.
What? That's my problem. My bad.
Ahead,
No. Finish it.
Push.
Kick ahead. That was. I got you. Jumper.
Did you slurp?
Huh?
Did you just slurp?
All right, dog.
Sister, what are you talking about?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's going on in your brain, bro? What's happening? What's? Are you okay? I don't even want to talk anymore. I don't want to talk.
Hey, all right. Let me segue real quick. I was talking about pushing ahead. Who do y'all blame for the Wemby turnover?
Wemby.
Just Wemby.
Wemby, a 1,000,000%.
Okay.
Are you gonna say? But you know what? Hold up. I'd actually blame Mitch Johnson, but I blame the head coach.
Yeah,
I know you have 5.
Like the decision certainly falls on Wemby, but I blame the fact that De'Aaron Fox does not demand the fucking basketball right then too. That De'Aaron Fox sees his center grab the ball, and in that situation doesn't say, "Give me the fucking basketball."
How many times has Wemby brought up the?
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but at that point, it's one possession.
That's why I'm calling. That's why I'm. It's an automatic
transition.
It's an automatic timeout for me.
I mean, yeah, but I still think if you're De'Aaron Fox, you're the vet. That part too is you're the vet. They brought you there to be the vet, and you're on the floor. You saw the other guards. He's there. He's in the backcourt next to Wemby when Wemby gets the rebound, and he says and does nothing. Wemby makes a bad decision to try to run transition on that final possession. But if you're the point guard, you demand the basketball right there because it's your job to get in Wemby an easy shot for the last shot. It's your job to get your team in the right shot, and he didn't do that.
This is why I love this show, man. Because now we get to actually talk about things we love, and that's basketball. When they slow it down, right? Like when you're taught like about being a point guard and you drift, right? free throw line extended all the way to the sideline, right? Once you pass the 3-point line as a guard, if you don't get the ball by then, you're just turning and running, right? Because that window of you being able to get up court with the ball has now passed. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. After 2 Mississippi is over. And I kind of look at it like that's Wemby. I can't put it on Mitch because they could have had an advantage. I think they actually did. Right? You have your guard getting to the sideline, right? Brunson, he's not even in a dead sprint getting back. He's flat-footed. So I think Castle gets by him. And then you got Wemby pushing up the court. It's probably 3-on-3, but you still have the advantage because you're going downhill with this athletic 7'2", 4 guy getting downhill. So I don't mind not calling a timeout. I just think that's a young player making a young player mistake in a very big moment. That's a learning experience. I can't really put blame on anybody. It's just him making a bad decision in a moment where you hadn't seen him truly do a ton. Of course, like this is what the playoffs are about. This is why basketball is so critical in every possession matter, every dribble matters, right? Because if he passes the ball a half second early, we're not even having this conversation.
Yep.
Did y'all see Castle, and Jared very well said, did y'all see Castle like do this before he turns his head? Like it was almost like a slow down, calm down kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Jared, I agree with you. I haven't seen an aerial view of if it was an advantage or not, but 11 seconds left. My rule here is tie ball game. My rule is no matter what, unless it's a bona fide layup, last shot or overtime.
Yeah,
that's my rule. 7 seconds or less, you let it go as a coach. I've had multiple NBA coaches tell me 7 seconds less, you let it go. I think there's 11 and a half left. They get the rebound. I think Wemby automatically took a dribble, so you probably couldn't advance it. But either way, you still have 11 and a half seconds left. Look, in the moment, that's also another great, learning moment for Mitch as well. Hindsight's 2020. Like that's easy for me. Yeah, of course I'm gonna call a timeout. Well, fuck, dude. Like, 11 and a half seconds left, game 2 of the NBA Finals. Like, it's a little foggy right there. But it's all on Wemby. And Grubb, you're not wrong, but I really do want to know how many times Wemby has gotten a rebound and brought it up, because that's probably just.
I'm sure it's a lot.
I'm sure it's so much, right?
Sure
and so, like,
but.
And you're absolutely right, bro. You're absolutely right. It was a hell of a sequence.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a sequence.
Like the Wemby thing in the first 2 games, just the problem for me with Wemby is just, and I've seen things where people talk about it's about positionless basketball, but I think it's more so it's about knowing what you need to do for your team. And I think that Wemby has failed in both of the first 2 games at understanding what his role needed to be for his team. He understood that clearly against the Thunder. He got it against the Thunder. He has misunderstood in both games what he's supposed to do to the Knicks. Because offensively, there's no reason for him in game 1 to take 9 threes. Like, that makes no sense. Yep. Strategically, it's not good basketball. And then in game 2, again, you had I give a lot of game 1. I'll say, look, you took a lot of dead leg shots. You played a 7-game series against Oklahoma City. Y'all settled because you were tired. I'll give you that. But to come back in game 2, after Towns did what he did in game 1, and then to let Towns do what he did in game 2, like, it also makes you reflect on that Oklahoma City series through and be like, Chet, man, 10 points. That's all you had to do. If you give your team 10 and you're looking at, like, Towns is not wasting shots. He's not taking bad shots. But whenever he has a chance, he puts it on the floor. He goes right at Wemby. And he's making him defend at the rim. He's taking good shots. And I think it's just Wemby has not dealt with Cat with the same kind of aggression that he dealt with Chet. And that, to me, that's been a shock in the first 2 games. Like, he has not been forceful with Cat at all.
Lito and I talk this all the time. I mean, go ahead, Lito. You've been waiting. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in regards to the situation I was talking about, I think everybody has a point here. However, I'm with that amount of time left on the clock, I think it's important you give your guard the ball right there.
Yeah.
Because Wemby could have got down the floor, got into whatever whatever his spot on the floor is that he feels comfortable operating in, right? And I understand he's been bringing the ball up the floor, but to grow to what you just said, KG had a video he posted a couple of days ago where he was saying he hated how Wemby reacted to beating OKC. He was reacting like that was a championship. He was way more emotional in that series than he has been in this series. And it's also funny how we've looked at Cat his entire career as a guy who has been more perimeter oriented than we would have liked. But in this case, it's kind of the perfect antidote for Wemby in a sense, because you can't leave him. You know what I'm saying? And he's been more aggressive than Wemby. He's been, more aggressive offensively and defensively. He's just found his role. He's allowed, obviously Jalen is the clear number one. He's fine with his role and they're winning. But yeah, man, Wemby me and Justin been texting. Wemby don't have that same, he ain't got that same fire that he had when he was playing against Chet. And I don't like that.
I wanted to mention one thing. Lito very well said, but one thing that we haven't really talked about, and I don't see a lot of conversations about it, is, okay, Wemby turned it over. Was that the end of the game? There was another possession left. And Brunson missed a free throw. And they took a timeout. So they advanced the ball. They get the ball, 7.5 seconds left, down 1. The fact that San Antonio doesn't go quick, doesn't give them a chance to get an offensive rebound and or foul, I think was even a bigger mistake. Because if you think about it, I think it was a Fox Wemby PNR, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Fox catches it and kind of waits a couple seconds. Wemby sets the screen and Wemby shoots it with 1 second left. So as soon as the ball's released, that's the last shot of the game. So you got no chance for an offensive rebound. You have no chance for a tip in, whatever it may be. And then also if New York gains possession, you have no chance for getting a foul. There's no chance of getting fouling New York to get another opportunity at another possession. So I thought there was a lot of mistakes right there, but you should have gone quick no matter what, down 1 with 7.5 seconds left.
I don't mind the shot.
I don't mind the shot. I mind how quick, how long it took.
Yeah, the execution was off. I would have loved for him to actually get to the paint, right? I would have loved, at least 2 feet in the paint rather than, even have to do 7 foot to shoot over anybody. I get it, but make the shot even easier on yourself. Again, we can look at this hindsight and point out things that wish they would have done. Grub brought up positionless basketball. Even in positionless basketball, the reason why we like positions is because it gives us responsibilities. Just because it's positionless doesn't mean those responsibilities don't exist anymore. And that's what happens. Those responsibilities are there for everybody to take hold of, when in actuality, no, those positions were really guardrails for you. That way you can play a role and you knew what that role was. The role of a point guard is, you give the ball to me, you knew 9 times out of 10 I'm not turning this motherfucker over. Because if you give it to somebody like a wing or a forward, they're more likely to turn the ball over than I am. That's just kind of how it's always had been. So I don't know. Yeah, you could have gave the ball to Fox right there and got a better shot potentially. But you look at the last shot that they did take, and it wasn't the greatest either. So I think they learned from it. I just do.
And Jarrett, we're going for 2 hours, but this is what kind of upsets me with the Jamal Mosley stuff and how people are like, oh, he, this whole collapse in the playoffs and everything from Jamal Mosley. He can learn from that moment.
Yeah.
He can learn from those 23 missed in a row shots or whatever, and how he can change with the Pelicans. And that's why look, did it suck? Was it a bad moment for Mosley? Yeah, it was a bad moment for Wemby. They can learn from this stuff. And I think it's important to keep that in context. Like,
Yeah.
I know Jamal Mosley has his flaws and everything like that, but I'm interested to see what he can do over here and like learn from his mistakes that he had in Orlando.
You think
That was a good show.
This
That was a really
Place
good
to end
show.
it, Justin. That's a great place to end.
Smash the like button. Film reviews,
I
Grub.
said,
free
oh,
time.
5, you wasn't here. The 5 wasn't here, so I gave you credit before you got here.
He did.
That you were the one who accurately picked this series. That you said that the Knicks were going to, take control of this series, win the series. You were right, and I got to give you the flowers because the things that I did not see, you saw, man. And I did wrong. I thought the guards were going to be better for the Spurs. They have not been, and so, man, I'll give you a credit for that. You weren't here when I first said it, so I want to make sure I say it to you in your face.
Appreciate it, Grub.
I even have it in the notes. I got it in the notes. Grub shouts out 5.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the comments. Appreciate you, Lito. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, of course, NIL season is one of our favorite times around the office, but let's just say it's taken the NIL athletes a little time to get adjusted to the law firm environment.
Yeah, we handled that case. Yeah, we got it. It's good.
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, well, I'm listening.
Hey, what's up, little Scott?
It's David.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Leave a 5-star rating and write a review. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.